Hey Alex, Professor Ball here. How's it going? For this paper, I'm going to be doing a video with my comments and feedback on it. And the first thing I do when I open up an essay is I look at MLA format. So I look to see that you have your last name and page number here, and that all your information is correct here. There's an R here that does not need to be fixed for your error log, but it's FREDRIC. Okay, so you have all the information here and you have this here. I was going to say you need your own creative title. It's only slightly different from the title there. All right, so let's talk about your paper. So the life-changing effects of exercise. Many people suffer from major brain conditions such as Alzheimer's and dementia. Alzheimer's is probably capitalized, but check the punctuation here. It would be dementia, comma, but to dramatically reduce your risk of developing such diseases, exercising regularly has been proven to be beneficial. Okay, one thing that I was pointing out is be careful with the word you and your. Could help reduce people's risk of developing such diseases. Dr. Wendy Suzuki, a neuroscientist, explains in a presentation given in a TED Talk the brain-changing benefits of exercise, that there are life-changing effects of physical activity. During Dr. Suzuki's presentation, she uses her personal experience, which transformed her into becoming passionate about how exercise has a long-lasting and positive effect on your body. Not mine, but yours. Not yours. Ours, or people's. A few of the many things that can be a positive outcome of exercising are having a healthy body, improved mental health, and a more enhanced cognition. All right, so you set this up well. You introduce the topic, then you introduce the source, and it sounds like this is the beginning of a thesis statement, because what you're really doing is you're looking at how Suzuki made her case, how she kept you watching. So you start off well with personal experience, but just here, it seems like you're already going off track with analyzing the talk and her points and not how she did it. But let's see what you got here. Having a healthy body is usually defined as having strength and being in shape. At the height of Dr. Suzuki's career, while studying how exercise affects the brain, she noticed she was out of shape and felt miserable. Dr. Suzuki elaborates on her physical health and shares an anecdote with her audience. Probably colon here because the word audience is not a verb, because normally if it's a verb, you would do verb comma quotation, but that's not what you're doing here. What you have is the anecdote, so the better thing to do, and I'm just going to get rid of this, is to put a colon. So what I'm going to do is audience, colon, and then that's going to tell us what the anecdote is. So let me move this down so you don't get confused. For some reason, this takes a minute or two, but you'll get the point. So colon, audience colon. I went on a river rafting trip by myself because I had no social life, and I thought to myself, oh my God, I was the weakest person on the trip. And this is good. You use a single quote when you're quoting within a quotation. Dr. Suzuki's point is that exercise is important to having a strong and healthy body. The connection between Dr. Suzuki's story and having a healthy body is doing physical activity regularly so that your body is in shape and continues its improvement. So in response to answering the prompt, it seems like her use of anecdotes is one way that she makes her case. So I started to write the word thesis here. So you could say that one way that Suzuki makes her point is through the use of the anecdotes. So that's what I'm going to do. Thesis, anecdote. No anecdotes. Okay. All right. Many people look for ways to improve their mental health as well as to prevent serious brain conditions. Move the comma here. And the most effective solution is exercising. Dr. Suzuki comes to the conclusion after several years of research that exercise is the most transformative thing you can do for your brain today. By making this claim, Dr. Suzuki is saying exercise has immediate and protective effect on your brain by providing details of how neurotransmitters are increased in the brain. The correlation between having a healthy brain and exercise is how your brain positively reacts to exercise and strengthens your hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex, which takes brain diseases a longer time to have an effect. It is clear that maintaining a healthy lifestyle strengthens and protects the brain while it maintains cognitive development. Okay, so it sounds like here the other way that she makes her point is through her years of research. And do you see the difference? You're focusing on how to fight Alzheimer's and dementia when you really should be focusing on how she makes her case. The other thing I'm going to ask you to look at is, I just did a search here of the word brain. You only used it once here. Look at this paragraph. That's a lot. So in a quotation, don't worry about it. But let's look at this one. By making this claim, Dr. Suzuki is saying exercise has immediate and protective effect on us, on our something. Is there a, I don't know if it'll let me do it here, but if you're in Microsoft Word, you can right click on this and go to a thesaurus and find a different word for brain. Or the correlation between having a healthy brain and exercise is how, is your brain an organ? How your organ positively reacts to exercise. So be careful with the repetition there. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. That's something that you could look at for your error log. Cognition is an important part of our daily lives as we depend on focus, mood, and attention. Dr. Suzuki states, verb, quote, a single workout you will do immediately increase levels of neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and noradrenaline. Basically, what Dr. Suzuki is saying is that right after a workout, not mine, but somebody's, focus, mood, and attention are increased for several hours. These effects that are immediate can become long-lasting with a change of routine and lifestyle, so as we get older, our cognition will improve. So what you have here, Alex, is you have a well-written essay, and the other two paragraphs before, I could see you attempting to address the prompt. So there's no point here, and what I mean is, how does she make her case? Is she giving advice, tips, suggestions? And it would be something like this. Another way that Suzuki makes her point is by urging us all to exercise. And then you have your paragraph here. It was always good to think about the future and realize how much care our body needs. Therefore, it is fundamental to be informed about the positive causes and improvements physical activity has upon humanity. Dr. Suzuki reinforces and introduces the benefits of exercise through research and personal anecdotes as a neuroscientist. Okay, this is a better thesis than what you started off with because you just mentioned anecdotal information or personal anecdotes. So we've seen research, personal anecdotes, and then maybe giving advice. With Dr. Suzuki's professional and extensive background in her field, she provides an explanation on how the benefits include a healthy body, improved health, mental health, and a more enhanced cognition. Good. You could even use this at the end for ethos, because that's part of the prompt if you wanted to go that route at the very end. How long she's been doing this, maybe a little bit of a little bit more background on her background. You could use that as well. Okay, so for your works cited page, this could just be the formatting, just the way it opens up on the page. So you have, let's see if it'll move for me. It won't move for me. So this needs to go up. Suzuki Wendy, comma, yes. This will be tabbed over, and it's called a hanging indentation, and I have that in the video that I uploaded on how to complete the essay. So take a look at that. You need the date that it was uploaded, and you also need the date that you found it, or the date that it was accessed. So you do have a nicely written paper. Doesn't quite address the prompt as well as it could, but you can always revise one paper this semester and use the comments that I'm giving you now to help you with your error log. And let me know if you have any questions. Okay? Thanks.